Put your shoes on outside. You don't got to put them on in here. Get out.
Frank Castle moment.
By this. So the women's psyche is a psyche of extracting resources. And what I mean by this from a biological sense, right? Like, obviously, we're in modern society. Women can make their own money. Women can go ahead and fend for themselves, etc. Great. We understand that in modern society. However, the reality is women are still physically inferior to men. Women are still smaller than men, weaker than men, etc. So there's still primitive biological traits within their mind that dictate the way they behave. So, for example, men, we don't need to see other men with our women to know that our woman's attractive. We have the ability to look her up and down. I find her attractive. Cool. I don't need social proof to be attracted to her. Women don't operate that way. They see a guy, if he's by himself, oh, he's maybe handsome, but if he's there with 5 girls, oh, who is this guy? I kind of want to get to know him. So women make a lot of their decisions based off of the herd and the social dynamics, right? This is why men that have social status that are ugly are still able to get very attractive women, but it might not necessarily work the other way around, where a woman that's ugly that has social status might not necessarily be able to pull the same caliber of guy, right, on her level. So that's kind of where the disconnect comes. So I say that to kind of paint the picture and the foundation that women are inherently not loyal because that is detrimental to their survival. If a woman's with a man and that man shows that he can no longer provide, protect, provision, and he can't maintain his duties, what ends up happening is she'll look to another guy that can, because, 1,000 years ago, this incompetency can get her killed. Not just her, but her child as well. So she has a vested interest in not just protecting herself, but her offspring. And if the man cannot provide that value for her and her offspring, well, her job is to survive alongside the children. Her duty is to herself and her children first. So if the man can't do his job, she leaves. This is why women initiate most breakups. This is why when women do break up with you, they feel almost no guilt, no resentment. They break up with you months in advance, right? And they find, we call it monkey branching, right, on this side of the internet. But this is how they're able to kind of get and find another guy right away. So I would argue that it behooves women to not be loyal because it is counteractive to their survival strategy. Whereas for us, men, we have the ability to not just have our beliefs, but we can fight to defend our beliefs, right? Every revolution was led by men for a reason. Men will pick up a sword to fight for their belief system, or a gun or a rifle. Women can't do that. So since they can't do that, they must align themselves with the strongest men that can ensure their survival. This is why, back in the day, a dude would have the top guy, Genghis Khan, would have all the women. Why? Because he would ensure their survival. It doesn't go the other way around. So with men, I think the reason why men, it's a masculine trait to be loyal and stand by your bros is because we're looked at as warriors and we can stand and defend ourselves and our brethren. Women can't do that. So we don't hold them to the same standard, right? There's a reason why it's called I'm a man of my word, right? And not I'm a woman of my word. There's a reason why when they say be a man, man up, 9 out of 10 times that means taking responsibility for not just yourself, but for other people. Women aren't held to these same standards. As much as people might say that's sexist or misogynistic, it's true. We almost infantilize women, and then if they do want to rise up and be responsible, we applaud it. Cool, you're responsible and you're loyal. But as a man, you're expected to do that. For women, if they do it, it's, extra credit. For us, we must do it. It's mandatory. And if you don't do it, you're considered a bitch, and we have social norms in place to embarrass you and to shame you for not adhering or being loyal, right? Being a snake as a woman is completely acceptable, but being a snake as a man, that's met with a certain level of vitriol, even more so, because we're supposed to be honorable, right? That's the reason why, like, when the two men meet and they shake hands, that's supposed to be something, right? Scarface famously said, Al Pacino, all I have in this world is my balls and my word. That's a masculine thing. It's not a feminine thing, because women inherently cannot be loyal based off of their biology.